Last year we looked at a man called Trebor Seven who claimed that he could move cups and other items with just his mind. Here's a quick clip if you don't remember him or you haven't seen it yet.
Lighter, get a bigger target with less weight. Any rate, I found it rather fun messing with the styrofoam cup. I probably did more time with this one than any other one. And I'm showing you this first clip in its entirety. A little slow getting started, but I was pretty confident because I'd moved it a few times before I turned the camera on and felt like I was pumped up and ready to go for a demonstration.
The full video for that one is linked in the description. Well, not only can he do that, but now it appears he can talk to trees. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, here's a quick bit of Skeptic history. Now, I've got a bit of an issue with people who claim to do all these things, the telekinesis stuff. And if you know who James Randi is, then you probably have a bit of an issue too. Now, James Randi set up a $1 million challenge for psychics and people who claim to do all these things with their mind. And it has never once been claimed. Now, Randi was an absolute skeptic baller, and he made sure that every single contestant that took part in the challenge were rigorously but fairly tested to prove their abilities. Now, here's a quick clip to show you what I mean. The contestant in question here claimed to be able to move pages of a telephone directory with psychic abilities. Now, Randi suspected that the man in question, James Heydrich, was cleverly blowing the pages of the phone book to make it seem like his mind was doing the work. Now, live on stage, Randi set up a test for Heydrich where he placed small styrofoam pellets around the phone book to make sure he couldn't do anything to manipulate the pages. Of course, Heydrich failed, and he ended up claiming that the hot lights in the studio were causing the styrofoam to create a static which was sticking the pages of the phone book together. Later in life though, Heydrich admitted that it was all a scam. Now today, on this video, we're going to apply some of that Randi logic to our tree whisperer and see how we get on. And keep an eye out on the channel because I'll be launching my own challenge similar to that soon. Right, on with today's video and Trebor Seven, who claims he can talk to trees. Now, we can all talk to trees, I do it all the time. Hi tree! But do they listen? And do they move based on what you say? I don't think so, but let's find out, shall we?
I've got this deal when the universe sends me things in threes, I always act upon it. And I got 2 emails about these tree videos, and then I was watching Jeranism on Rockfin, and he started talking about them. So I jumped up out of my chair, and this is what happened.
Well, there's your first problem. You were watching Jeranism.
Hey guys, this is Trebor Seven. And you may or may not have seen some of these videos floating around the internet where people are asking trees, if you can hear me, please touch my shoulder, which they're kind of calling it talking to trees, whereas I would call this biokinesis. Nonetheless, I've been messing around with this for a little bit. I think this tree kind of likes me, and I'm hoping it'll allow us to do a demonstration for you.
Okay, so he's going to do a demonstration for us regarding a tree which he thinks kind of likes him. Interesting.
Now, you don't really have to talk to a tree. Just do it sort of like telekinesis or any kind of psychokinesis. Most of it happens internally, and it's a connection sort of through the ether, I guess.
Ah, so you don't actually have to talk to the tree. It can read your mind. Got it.
But nevertheless, I'm going to ask this tree to touch my hand.
Okay, I'm sure we probably already lost a few viewers thinking, if this guy is talking to trees, he ain't got all his clowns on the bus.
I think all your clowns are on the bus, Trebor. They just think they're on a train.
But I have messed around with biokinesis before. And one thing I've noticed, whenever you do any form of psychokinesis, every element has its own attributes. Like, for example, foil is fragile and finicky. And fire is really fast, and so on. And when you're messing with plants, it seems like they're slow and steady. That's the vibe I get from plants.
What was that match one about there in the corner? He held a match that way up and it burnt out? It never did.
That's why I put that little ticker up there. You'll notice it takes around 30 seconds or so each time for this to occur. And it really did feel like I was bonding with the tree. I mean, like there was really some interaction happening there. Granted, this was the second time I did. I came out and did it once, and then I went and got the camera and recorded it. So technically, this is the second time I've done it, but it's actually take one. All right, there you go.
Thank you. You tell me.
Ooh, I'm going to try this. Well, this is rubbish. All jokes aside, I do have my opinion on what is actually going on here, but we'll let Trebor continue with an even more stringent test. Let's have a look.
Okay, so here's take two. I watched the video and it doesn't look like I was doing a very good job of holding still. So I'm going to use this little board to rest my hand on so you can kind of tell that I'm not moving my hand. All right, let's try this again. We're going to ask this kind tree to touch my hand.
Now, in fairness to Trebor, this is a decent thing to do. He wants to believe this so much that he's making it look like that he has no control over this experiment whatsoever.
Okay, I seriously doubt the use of this board is going to change anyone's mind who doesn't believe. But if you do believe, I highly recommend you go out and try this. And when you do try it with confidence and try to be open and receptive and not forceful or not begging either. Just more of a communication and a cooperation type attitude. And note that it'll probably take some time. You've noticed it both times it took, I think, 37 seconds for it to occur. So don't try to rush it or anything. Just enjoy it. And like I said, try it with an open mind and have confidence that these plants are intelligent. And we're all working here together to coexist. All right, man, this is Trebor Seven. Thank you so much for watching. Good day. God bless.
Well, there we go. So what do we all think is going on there? In short, it's the wind. No doubt about it. If we speed up the footage of his entire video, take a look at the branch in question behind him when he's introducing the idea. It's moving in a very similar way to how it does when it touches his hand. For me, that is normal ambient wind swaying the branch randomly. So how can we be sure? Well, Trebor, if you're watching, and I know you are because you live streamed my last video analysing it, I propose a test. Repeat this exact experiment again, but I have some stipulations. Let's put together our own Randy challenge, shall we? Number one, conduct the test indoors, or at the very least, on a very, very, very calm day where there is no wind. Number two, the entire tree needs to be in frame. I want to see the whole tree on the camera to make sure that no one's meddling with it off screen. And finally, number three, before the test is conducted, I want you to walk around the entire tree with your hands in the air, waving to show us that there are no strings or anything like that at play attached to any of the branches. There we go. What do you think on that? Will Trebor take up the challenge? Let me know in the comments below and let me know what you think is causing that if you don't think it's the wind. So that wraps up another Tinfoil Tuesday. There's only one thing left for me to say, and that is we are all done and dusted for another one. Thank you so much for watching. Truly is appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to this channel and please do hit the thumbs up button too. And if you really liked it, then give the video a share. And as I said earlier, keep a look out on the channel for my own Randy style challenge coming soon. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day and I'll see you all tomorrow for a new video series. See you then.